It's remarkable how that happens in our life. We're learning to release instead of hold on to things in our lives. Even our children. You know, we're raising our children, but we're raising them to release them so that they can fly. You see, God's got a purpose for all of our lives. And when we begin to see what Christ said, resist not evil, love your enemy, He began to tell us principles that we're reading in books now. You know, and we're thinking they're these new principles, when actually they are principles that He taught 2,000 years ago, that we can begin living out of divinity and not humanity. You were prepared to be placed in this age because the world is waiting to once again have the coming of Christ within each of us. You know, it says in here, He is continually coming. He's coming in you in a greater dimension every day. He's coming to me in a greater dimension in every day. But we have to begin to awaken to the reality. Are you living out of limit? What your checkbook says? What your family says you're going to have in your lifetime? Or have you stepped into divinity and you begin to see that you're living out of an endless supply? Here is the difference. Are you spreading what you have? You know, I rarely talk about giving on this program because I think we've been inundated so much about give, and sometimes with so many motives. But give is the way of life in every aspect of your life. Christ said we're to give to those that use us and to abuse us. You see, Christ, I even believe that that tithe that was teaching them how to give in the Old Testament, 10 is 1 and a 0. I believe it's 1 for the whole world. And what we were doing, 10 is really a new beginning. I know it's a picture of the law too, but I believe 10 starts a new system of counting. And it's that they were learning to give God back to God. See, God was teaching them like children that you have to give back. And that's the truth in all of our lives. Are you living out of divinity tonight? Or are you living out of humanity? Are you gathering to yourself? Just making this storehouse for you? Or are you able to give? And I think, really, in the New Testament teaching, I think we're to be giving far more than a tithe. Because we give out of all that we are. I know when I was under the law and I thought in that Old Testament mentality, I used to, give that tithe, but I give more. When I see a need, I take care of that need. How about you tonight? How about you? Start living out of that infant supply. Start giving of what you have. And I guarantee you, what it is a circularity. As we give, it can do nothing. We have to open up. We have to make room to receive sometimes. And until we make room to receive, none comes back in. Like I don't know if I said this week or last week, but I said when I began to get revelation, God told me so clearly. He said, find a place to give it away. If you give it away, I'll fill you back up again. But I've learned that that principle is true in every area of my life. My time, my love, my finances, in every area of my life. As I release that and make a space, that just begins to come back in. As I love other people, I'm receiving love all the time. As I'm sending out, helping, sending out tithes, offerings, and all of that, it's coming right back to me. As my time, sometimes we think we just don't have time. We're so limitless and we don't have enough time. That's really the thing I think in life. This time really is being speeded up and swallowing. But as you give your time, if you stop and give your time, and give it to seeking that kingdom first, the reality of that inward life, all of a sudden everything just becomes a flow in your life. It is a remarkable thing. We love you, and remember, you are the light of the world. Until next week, I'll see you right here at In His Image.
So great to be alive as we celebrate life in paradise, dancing beneath the bluest of skies. There's no cloudy day in paradise, there's no reason to be sad, for the joy of the Lord is our strength. It's His joy that makes us feel glad. So happy are we. We are one big family. We are all one in Christ, living free in paradise. So happy are we. This is where we'll always be, where time has been replaced by endless life and unlimited space. The flowers are blooming in paradise, and springtime is in the air. The gentle breeze that rustles through the trees sings of God's love everywhere. We're dancing and singing in paradise. The celebration is never through. So step on into paradise. You'll find it inside of you. So happy are we. We are one big family. We are all one in Christ, living free in paradise. So happy are we. This is where we'll always be, where time has been replaced by endless life and unlimited space. So happy are we. We are one big family. We are all one in Christ, living free in paradise. So happy are we. This is where we'll always be, where time has been erased by endless life and unlimited space. Where time has been replaced by endless life and unlimited space. And remember, people are on the phones waiting to hear from you. So call now, and we'll see you again next week on In His Image. Bye-bye.
Bye.